Oh my God. Look at, like, everyone showed up. Holy moly, dude. It's a wonderful day. Actually, no, it's not. It's very cold today in Canada. There's a lot of snow. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's staying safe. Everyone's feeling good today. It is Last of Us Sunday. Who is excited? I'm very excited. Hold on a second. I'm just fixing something real fast. Just that's chat's looking a little tiny there. Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? Why do I look so tired? I mean, dude, my alarm. Okay, we have a fire alarm in our bedroom, obviously for safety reasons. You know, just like everyone would. And my fire alarm, like, did the thing where it's like telling you there's like a malfunction, even like I don't know why. And it was at like 2 a.m. and I was like, oh, it's only gonna do it a couple of times. No, dude, it went for like 10 minutes, and I had to get up and remove it, and I have to fix it. Well, I guess I have to get a new one. I don't know if I'm gonna fix it, so we'll see how well that does. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are doing great. Last of Us today. Super excited for The Last of Us. I heard it's gonna be a really, really good episode today. Honestly, every episode's been great, so I'm looking pretty excited for it. Who asked Keck W? You better watch yourself, okay? You better watch it. I'm required to ask you kindly play WoW. Paul, I'm gonna listen, dude. I'm gonna tell you, to be honest, I'm gonna ban the word WoW. I don't want to read it anymore, man. It's not. Just stop typing in chat. Like this is me being serious. Stop typing in chat. It's not gonna happen. You look kind of sexy today. You telling me I don't look sexy every day? What the hell? It's not very nice. All right, you guys probably looked at the title of this stream. All right, you guys probably looked at the title of the stream. I had an idea last night. And I'm very excited for this. I don't know if it's going to be a good idea, but this is what we're going to do today. Hearthstone. I should probably record this like a normal human being. All right. I didn't. I know half you guys don't read anything when you guys come in here, so it's fine. Oh, I should probably write subscribe and new channel. You're always having ideas. This is why I'm in this position, dude. This is why I'm in this position. If you guys haven't checked the variety channel, go check it out. I'm gonna play Super Auto Pets today on Twitch 100%, depending on how long this stream goes, so maybe not 100%, but we'll see how long this goes. All right, so if you did not know this, Hearthstone has been out for basically 10 years. It came out in closed beta in 2013, and yes, I've been playing Hearthstone since 2013. That's 10 years. What was I doing 10 years ago? I was playing League of Legends. So I guess you could say life got a little better. I don't play League as often, so that's good. But I play Hearthstone, so did it really get better? I don't know. Anyways, that means there are 10 years of custom cards available for us to look through. And there so happens to be 2 places that I am aware of that has done custom cards for an extremely long period of time. Which means we can theoretically find the greatest custom card ever to be produced in Hearthstone. Isn't that exciting? Everyone say poggers right now, otherwise I'm gonna be upset. I thought about this idea last night, and you guys better be like, oh my god, wow, that's so cool. Custom cards, I love custom cards. Because to me, chat, my favorite part of Hearthstone is not playing, it's looking at the new stuff. I love new cards. You guys probably love new cards too. It's probably why you're still here. Otherwise, what are we doing? We would just be playing classic. So here's what we're doing today. We're going to be looking at custom Hearthstone, which is one of the most popular places for custom cards of all time. That is one of the most popular places. If you didn't know, this is Reddit. I don't know if that speaks worse of me or you, but we'll figure that out later. On top of that, we will be looking at hearthstonecards.net, which is another really, really good place for custom cards. And today, we will be finding the best custom card. Now, we have to set a couple of rules here, chat. I am the deciding vote if a card is good or not. Look at me. I literally made Hearthstone with Rarran, right? I was kind of there. On top of that, you guys will help me decide cards as well. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off with HearthstoneCards.net. We're gonna go through the 50 cards, the 50 top cards, and go from there. Once we see a card that we really like, we will hold that card as number 1 until a card replaces it. We will have a vote in chat if we think the card is better, and then if that card wins, it will be the best card from that site until we go to Reddit. And then once we see the top 50 from Reddit, we will pick a card between the number 1 from HearthstoneCards.net and the number 1 card from Hearthstone. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Rarran, the top card is already the top card on both those sites. Yeah, but like that ruins the fun. So like, shut up. Also, you might be asking yourself, what makes a good custom card, right? What's exciting? Well, we're going to do it on this. We're going to do it on balance, which, you know, we're all really, really good balancers. Friendly Shadow, you're getting timed out for being stupid. Poggers. We are, what makes a good custom card, right? How do we decide what makes a good custom card? It is the balance. We're going to judge it based on the balance of the card. And I think we're going to try our hardest to look at the emblem in the back and see what it was released from, because sometimes a balance of like GVG is going to be different from like Voyage into the Sunken City. We're also going to look at the flavor. Flavor of a card is a very important aspect of it. If the card doesn't make sense, then it's not it's not a very good card, if I'm going to be real. And most importantly, the absolute most important part of a custom card is how exciting it will be to play. Is it a good idea? Would it be fun? Would it not be fun? Would it make your opponents miserable? Would they uninstall? Would they play more? Originality is a good point too. Design is it's a very, very abstract thing. All right. I hope you guys are excited for this. If you guys are excited for this, make sure you like the stream. Most importantly, by the way, if you have not checked out the Variety channel, go check it out. It'll help me out a ton. We're trying to branch free. By the way, for the people who liked Slate Aspire yesterday, I was thinking about doing it every Saturday. What do you guys think? Every Saturday for Slate Aspire? I really liked Slate Aspire yesterday. I thought it was very fun. So if you guys are up for it, I might do it more often. Let me get some beats going. I actually had a lot of fun. Like, I couldn't believe how fun it was. So yeah. Okay, cool. All right, we might try the mod because people kept saying about like there's a mod for it or something. So that sounds fun. I might do the mod. We could do it. We could do it every Saturday until we got bored or until something else replaces it. But Slate Aspire was very fun. I didn't expect it to be that fun. Okay, chat, would you prefer to start with custom Hearthstone, or would you prefer to start with hearthcards.net? Type 1 in chat for Reddit. Type 2 in chat for hearthcards.net. Just so we have an, actually I can do a poll. Why don't I just do a poll? Where we start? Reddit, Hearth cards. All right, everyone vote the poll. Vote the poll. Where's the poll? There it is. Everyone vote. I'll give you a minute. In the meantime, I'll tell you a little story that happened to me this morning. I get up and my cat pooped on the ground. That's basically it. That's what happened. That's the story, chat. Thanks for listening. Anyone do anything exciting for the weekend? No, that was basically the story. Did you step? I did not step in it. I've gotten really good at it. Of not stepping in it because he does it so frequently. Basically, by the way, in case you guys are curious, because I know I've talked about this for a while, when we go away on vacation, I'm going away on vacation near the end of February for a week. I will not be here. I'm taking a break for the first time ever. We're gonna give our cats to my parents, and my parents live in like a countryside house. So we're gonna let the cat that poos on the ground be an outdoor cat for a week and see how much he likes it, because he does not like litter boxes. And he's been doing it for too long. I've spent way too much money for him at the vet. It's getting ridiculous. All right, it looks like we're starting with Reddit. Really close vote. Oh, it's 50. Chat, I need more votes. Guys, come on. Guys, it can't be 50-50. Someone break this. All right, 59. All right, we're going to Reddit. 51. All right, we're starting with Reddit. Okay. Reddit's nice because we can go from the top 50. All right. So I'm gonna look up top all time. How many Reddit posts are in one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I gotta make one more rule. One more rule here, chat. I gotta show you because we just saw an example of this. If a card is like this, I'm not gonna count it because it's so hard. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll count it. Whatever. We'll try. Okay. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Isn't that an actual card? 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, we're starting. Jeez, I can't wait for it. Listen, I have to count it down, okay? I didn't realize it was I forgot Reddit, it's now like endless because of mobile. We're gonna start with Archmage and Tinnitus. All right, that's what we're gonna start with. I gotta switch screens. Hold on. That looks better. Where's my chat? Chat, where are you guys? All right, we'll do this for the time being. All right. No. Oh, thank God. Okay, we'll do this. Okay. All right, this is our very first card, chat. Who knew this old guy had a pet ant? All right. 7 mana 5/7 Hunter Beast. When you cast a spell, add a kill command spell to your hand. This is for classic. Okay. This one is very interesting. Flavor wise, I don't know if it actually makes any sense, but I do like the play on words from Archmage and Tinnitus. In theory, for Hunter, this is funny. Like, this is actually a really funny card to look at, but it's a meme, right? I wouldn't count this into a I wouldn't count this in the actual custom card things. This is 51. We're just starting with this to give you guys an idea what we're doing here, by the way. This is an idea. So let's just rate this card as we're gonna rate it, like as it's gonna be for the rest of the 50. It's a 7 mana 5/7 for classic, so it's the same stats of Archmage and Tinnitus. In classic, this card would actually probably see play, if not a little bit more than Archmage and Tinnitus. This is very good. You put this at the high end for your Hunter deck, it's pretty good. It has the potential to just absolutely roll you though, and it's a beast. It's a very powerful card. Design wise, probably would be super unfun to play against. If you're the one playing it, God, it'd be great, just because it's so powerful. But this is just an idea, right? Overall, pretty fine, but we'll start with the actual real one here. Okay, we're starting off. Chat, this is number 50, and yes, this is a King of the Hills. This is the King of the Hill thing. Okay, so rank 50, all right, chat? If you think this is the best, well, obviously we're gonna start with this, but if this is the best card, we'll hold it in a tab until it gets overthrown. All right, 3 mana 3/3 Sassy Huntress, neutral for Rostakon's Rumble. Battlecry, deal 1 damage to a minion. If that kills it, good. I was expecting something completely different. Flavor of this card. Well done. 3 mana 3/3 for deal 1 damage to a minion is honestly not very good. But in Rostakons, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Rostakons was very, very weak. And I think overall the flavor of this card is fantastic. This is funny. That's really, really funny. So I think this being said, I'm gonna hold this card as number 1. This will be our number 1 card at the moment until we find something better, chat. All right, this game needs more fantasy. Oh shoot, hold on. No. Okay. Oh, I did the same. I'm stupid, man. Hold on. It's gonna be rough around the edges here, chat. I'll tell you what. All right, Pegasus Hopes and Dreams. 8 mana 8/8 neutral beast for Rise of Shadows. Start of game, give all of your minions a random legendary entrance animation and sound effect. This is a pretty meme card. This card probably wouldn't see play because you're rooting the flavor of other cards. It's also extremely weak. And unfortunately, I don't think this is very good. But the idea is unique. They could do this for like a tavern brawl, but I don't think necessarily I would want this in the game. It's also unplayable. Like no one's playing this at 8 mana 8/8 for Rise of Shadows. Rise of Shadows, this would be unplayable for sure. So I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't think this passes Sassy Hunter, so we're gonna move on. All right. Surprise Attack. 0 mana for Rogue in Classic. Deal 2 damage. Combo. Don't. It's a rare. Honestly, really cool card. Really cool card. It forces you to play this first. It fits very in flavor with the Rogue because you want to do a surprise attack first. So it's the anti-combo card. I actually really think it's actually really cool. It's like almost like fits so well with combo. You know what I mean? Like you want to play this first so you can combo into anything. I like how it says don't. So I wonder if with this, the combo means that you still get to play it, but it just doesn't deal any damage. I think that's probably what it's going to be, right? Okay. I actually really like this card. I think we're up to our first battle here, chat. Do you think this is better than Sassy Hunter? Type 1 if you agree. Type 2 if you don't. We're going to make that. We're going to have to go as fast as possible here. Oh, this is actually like pretty close. There's a lot of ones. Okay. I have to do polls. I have to do polls for this. Hold on. Because otherwise I'm gonna do this wrong. Is this better? Yes. No. All right, chat. Is this card better than Sassy Hunter? What do you think? Oh, you know what I could do actually is I could put the King of the Hill card on top first. So here's what we'll do. Let me save this. This is gonna be in the Reddit section. What's everyone say? You guys think it's better? Oh, interesting. Trump explained that this is just backstab. That's fine. It's not backstab. It's deal 2 damage to anything, right? This is gonna be a long stream if we keep this tempo. Listen, I gotta make sure this is fair. I'm okay with the long stream today. It's fine. Okay, you guys think this card is better. Okay, so this is currently the best card here. This is currently the best card here. Okay, so we're gonna hold this. Goodbye, Sassy Hunter. You lived a good life. On to the next one. Okay. 1 mana 3/1 neutral legendary for Boomsday. Arch Professor Pimitz. Sorry for my pronunciation. I am 5. Battle Cry. If your minion's stats from the first 14 digits of pi destroy the enemy hero. I'm guessing this is the guy who made pi. I think I can make an assumption there. This is a really ridiculous card. The first 14 minions. I don't like this card. It's not very clear what do you mean by the first 14 digits of pi? Like, is it the attack and the defense? Is it the attack and then it only looks at the attack? Is it the ordering of it in your deck? I don't like this card, chat. We're moving on. We're moving on. I don't think it's very worth it. But I can see what they're going for. I'm not a huge fan of it. That's how Hearthstone. All right, what is this? All right, here we go. Let me open this image in a new. Open this image in a new tab. All right. Crook is a 2 mana 1/1. This is for classic, by the way. Classic. 2 mana 1/1 battle cry. Destroy a minion that costs less than this one. Play a coin to level up. It then becomes a hitman, so it evolves into this, I guess, in your hand, maybe. Very unclear on that. 5/4 battle card, destroy a minion that costs less than this one, play a coin to level up, and then if you play a coin again, you get the boss, which is destroy a minion that costs less than this one. So we have to remember this is in classic. Okay, how do you get a coin in classic? Is there any ways to get coins in classic other than just getting it? Also, why is this neutral? I don't like it, chat. I don't like it. I think it's bad. I think it's not as good as, I don't think it's nearly as good as this. Cut Purse was not in classic. Low Walker Cho for coins. All right, if our win condition is Low Walker Cho, yeah, we're moving on. All right, we're moving on. Okay. I like it. All right, oh my God. This one's so big. Okay. Misspelt. All right, 3 man. This isn't from any expansion. So I'm gonna pretend that this card is just if it was released in the next expansion. Okay, if we ever see an emblem like this that's not in the game already, we are gonna be doing we'll just say it's from the newest expansion of Hearthstone. 3 mana 2/4 battle card, discover a horribly misspelled card from any class. So it's misspelled. Okay, at the moment here, I really like the flavor. There's a lot of, oh my God, there's a lot of really interesting cards here. Fireball, 3 mana, restore 6 health to a minion and deal excess damage to its neighbors. What the hell? Eye Beam? Restore 5 health, deals damage instead? Thought Steal? Taking control of an enemy. All right, I really like this card, but I'm gonna hold it down here, chat, and say that this is not better than, it's not better than this. It's not better than this. I think it's really cool, but this will never be a card in the game. It would never be a card in the game. You couldn't put this card in the game. It's not there. It's not there. It's not better than Surprise Attack. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna veto this one. It's not. You guys are coping out of your mind. It wouldn't see play. It wouldn't see any play, chat. It's not that it wouldn't see, but it wouldn't see the card would not see play in the game. Like it wouldn't be in the game. It wouldn't be in the game. Chat, I'm sorry. I'm just vetoing it. I'm vetoing it. It's not worth the vote. It's not worth the vote. It's not worth the vote. You guys are just here for the memes. It's not worth the vote. It wouldn't see print. Yeah, that's what I would say. It's guys. It's not gonna see print. All right. 2 mana warrior card from classic. Too long, didn't read. Draw 2 minions, replace their card text with taunt. Okay, hold on. Now we got a real contender here. That's actually really cool. In classic, drawing 2 minions for 2 mana is insanely good. But how good is it if you replace them with taunt? The flavor here is really good. It's got the ogre. Warrior wasn't really the ogre class in classic though. This is interesting. There are some really good cards with this though, right? Like you wouldn't mind doing this with Yeti. You wouldn't mind doing this with like Ancient Watcher's a good one. I like this card, man. Okay, this one's worth the pull. This one is 100% worth the pull. This is worth the pull. All right, chat. So once again, we have to ask ourselves, is this better? I really like this card. Is this better? Yes. No. All right, vote. I mean, flavor's great. Balance wise, it's pretty well done. I like the deck building aspect around it too. It's fun to play with. It's fun to play against. It doesn't feel like it'd be necessarily broken. I really like this card. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful card though. Is the balance a little too good? Would it have to be 3 mana? I'm not sure. But it overall, with design, flavor, fun, this might be a little too good. Paul, I'm already explained the rules at the start. You guys think it's better? Okay, so you guys think it's better than Surprise Attack. All right. This is the new top contender, chat. This is it. This is really cool. I like that card a lot. Okay, we're moving on. Godwaggle. All right, this is from Kobolds and Catacombs. All right, very powerful expansion. So we'll have to see what this is gonna look like. 10 mana, 8/5, neutral legendary, Godwaggle. Great art, by the way, really cool art. It has a play on words with Godwaggle, which I really like. Battlecry shuffle both decks together and share them equally between each player. That's a really cool effect. It's a really cool effect. Now, in Kobolds and Catacombs, the Godwaggle that we received was you swap decks with your opponent. This is putting them together and splitting it to make our deck, in a sense, right? I think this is a little weak. And in Kobolds and Catacombs, I don't think this would have seen play. It's also interesting because King Godwaggle's effect is arguably stronger than this, and it's 8 mana. I don't know if this would be good. I like the flavor on this card. The design here is really interesting. I like the effect, but it's probably too weak. It's like the Tavern Brawl one. Yeah, this could be a cool... This is a very memey card, right? Very memey card. It's a horrible stats as well. It's not worth the 10 mana. It could be interesting, right? I think the only deck that could really run this is Druid, but even then you wouldn't really want it, right? It's a super meme card, right? It's a meme card. I don't think it's much discussion. I think this card is just better. So we're gonna move on. If there's people who highly agree that this one's not that this Godwaggle is better than this, we'll move on. Anyone in chat got any objections? Any objections in chat? This card is a treasure in Kobolds and Catacombs adventure. Played after the Jailer. We have to remember this card would be releasing Kobolds and Catacombs. No, I have 2 objections. Ogre. Okay, all right, we'll move on. Sounds good. No, it's sorry. Touch of Shadows. Okay, there's no emblem on this, so again, we're gonna treat this as this will be released in the next expansion of Hearthstone. 3 mana, pre-spell, restore 4 health. Okay, it's got to be Rastakhan. It has to be Rastakhan if it has the overkill. So 3 mana, restore 4 health, overkill, summon a 5/6 shadow. So flavor wise, it's very interesting. Really interesting. Touch of Shadows, you would think that it would do something more negative already, right? Has there ever been a shadow card that heals? I can't think of a card that would have that. Actually, there's the Void Shard, right? That is lifesteal. I don't like the naming of this. I would tame it something else. Overkill, summon a 5/6. This card's very weak. This card is very weak. But in theory, if you do pair it with something like Akanai, Soul Thief, or Soul Priest, sorry, not Soul Thief, this card could be very good. It's like a 7 mana, deal 4 damage, summon a 5/6. But I think it's not better than the Ogre card, right? Should be an epic rarity. I also agree with that. It has no rarity. That's also very true. True. Good point. I don't think this card would see. I don't think this card would see print. That's my thing. Is I don't think it'd see print. Yeah, I think it's too weak. I think this card is still better. Any objections in chat? I think this card is actually goated. You have to do it as damage though. So like it's 3 mana to restore 4 health, which is very weak. It fits in line with Rastakhan's, but you can get the overkill advantage, but even then it's not that great. All right, looks like we're moving on. Okay. All right, this is a card. Okay. Pray for the right answer. 0 mana paladin spell for classic. Remember, this is classic. Last resort, rare. Discover anything. So there's already a problem here, is because it's discover in classic, but let's just pretend discover was in classic. Actually, no. We'll pretend this is from League of Explorers. We'll pretend this is League of Explorers because it has this. Discover anything is really interesting. There is a lot of garbage in Hearthstone, which means that you could discover something really good or really great. Now, usually the problem with a card like this is that the variance is too wide. You don't want a card like this. You don't want a card like this. You could discover nothing. You could discover great. It's actually really bad. Like, it's a really bad card. People may think this is like good. It's horrible. This is bad because it says discover anything, so that means you could discover anything. For flavor wise, it's fine. I'm not against it. I think it's really unique, but I think just playing against this, it would be miserable. It might have seen play in League of Explorers, to be fair. Can it discover other class cards? I would imagine based on the wording it would, that you could discover literally anything. Would it also include cards created by other cards? Probably not. It would probably be like cards you could put into your deck. It's really bad. Pool would be okay in League of Explorers because of the small pool. True. I think it'd be bad. It's really bad. So the question is, chat, is this card better than Too Long Didn't Read? What do you guys think? I don't think it is. I think this card is still really, really good. I love this card. I think it's really cool. No, never. All right, there's a lot more no's. Okay. I'm trying to give every card a fair chance, right? I'm trying to talk through each card. Okay, Hall Monitor. Oh my God. 3 mana 2/4 for Scholomance Academy. Rush and Charge are disabled. This is neutral rare. Honestly, flavor-wise, really good card. Really good card. It's so cool. It's from Scholomance, which is like the school, and a Hall Monitor is someone that, you know, is a monitor of the halls, enforces the rules of the school. So disabling Rush and Charge is really interesting. It's really cool. Would this card see play? Probably not. It's really specific here, but I really like it. It's like the flavor is amazing. It's so cool. It's just not great. It'd have to be like a 3 mana, maybe a 3 mana 3/4 to see play. Should be an epic. I agree with that. Maybe a 2/5 would be better. Yeah, 2/5 would be better. But the problem with this card is if there's already minions on the board, this card's basically useless, doesn't interact with spells, but flavor wise, it's awesome. It's cool. Nice stash though. Yeah, good point. Artwork is good for what it is. I think, all right. We'll do this real fast. We're gonna start speeding up a little bit here, chat. Is this card better than this one? Type, by the way, if I ask you guys type if this card's better than this one, type 1 if you think this card is better than this one. Type 2 if you don't. It makes it just easier for me. We can move on as fast as possible here. No. A lot more no's, it looks like. 2, a lot more 2s. Yeah, okay. We're moving on. All right. All right. This card's killing it, chat. This card's killing it. Unlimited spell damage hero. Okay. 4 mana. Wait, what is this from? This is from Classic. Okay, everyone remember this. 4 mana mage hero card. Froak, the Forgotten Mage, spell damage +1. So you just have spell damage +1. Magical Touch, deal 0 damage, improved by spell damage. So this is the same thing as the regular ping in from just the regular mage class, but it can be improved by spell damage. This card's broken. This is broken. I don't really like the flavor. I don't really understand the flavor, what's all. It's broken, right? Why is this so like highly voted on Reddit? This is in the top 50. I don't like this card, man. This card's actually, it's turbo busted. This is probably better than Guff. It's just 4 mana to get 5 armor and just permanent spell damage +1. What the hell? All right, chat, is this better than this card? Remember, more people have come in since we've started stream. We're basing this off balance, flavor, and design. Design as in, is it fun to play with and is it fun to play against? That's what we're basing this off. Like a package. Not better as in, is this card just better in terms of power level? Because people are gonna be like, oh, of course this card is stronger than this. I should just veto this. I think I'm just gonna veto this. We're not gonna talk about this. It's surely more powerful than this, but we're not talking about that. I'm gonna move on. I don't think it's a better card. It would never see print. It would never see print. It would never see print. If it is bound to me, a tribute to Beyond Legendary cards. This is just a, okay. This isn't actually a custom card. This isn't actually a custom card. This is more just the art of the card itself. What Hearthstone could be doing for variants. Dude, banger. All right, let me tell you what. This is sick. This is really cool. This is 10 out of 10. We need this in the game. This is what they should be doing. This is amazing. Shout out to this person. That's a lot of awards. Really cool. I'd pay money for that. That's sick. All right. Oh my God. So chat, fun fact for you. I'll say it after. 3-mana 5/5 Tomb Ranger Reborn Battlecry die for Savers of Uldum. Now, some of you might know this, that they made this card in March of the Lich King. This is actually made from the guy who is currently on the design team. This is from Leo, if you guys know who he is. He is currently on the design team. This was made 4 years ago. And he made this card actually ended up being into the game. The only difference of this card is that it has 4 health, I believe, instead of 5. Which is crazy. So the question is this card better, even though it is in the game, compared to this card? I feel like I should just veto this card because it's already in the game. I feel like that's cheating. So we should probably just move on. But I'm going to give Leo credit here, man. Cool card. One cheating, yes. All right, well, okay, hold on. Let me do a poll for this. Let me do it for a poll. Let me do a poll. Oh my God, okay. Skip card. All right, I'm gonna just say skip card, yes or no. Vote on the poll real fast, chat. Veto my nuts, Rarran. Shut the hell up. All right, you guys are saying veto this. Okay. All right, let's move on. Shout out, by the way, Leo is an amazing designer. He's done a lot of really good cards recently. So shout out to him. It's cool to see that this actually made the top 50. It's cool to see this actually is in the game. Shout out to Leo, guys. Cool guy. All right. Falling Camara. All right. 5 mana 3/6 for classic. Beast. Battlecry. Choose the height of the fall. All right. 100 meters. You do 2 damage to all minions. Land immediately. 200 meters is you do 5 damage to all minions. Land in 1 turn. And 300 is destroy all minions and gain rush. Okay. Because it has rush, it's hard to say that this is classic, but whatever, we'll count it. Land it to turn. This is a really cool idea for a card, dude. Really, really cool idea for a card. It's basically like the starting distance of this card determines how fast it is falling and how much damage it does, or how fast it will hit the ground, right? I really like this card. Cool idea. I don't know about necessarily it being for Hunter. I guess it makes sense, but Hunter doesn't really have board clears like this. So it might be a little too good at Hunter. I don't know why it needs rush. Interesting. Height doesn't increase the falling speed. It should. It should. You're all right. It should. It's hard though. Death rattles. Good point. Interesting card. It should probably damage itself based on how far it's falling, because it's a really good card. Like 5 mana to get a 3/6 and deal 2 damage to all minions could be very powerful, right? This is a cool card, man. Is it fun to play with, chat? I would think it's fun to play with. I like the idea that you can kind of play around it as the opponent. It's kind of like a Doomsayer. This was obviously made before the double spell school. It's probably a little broken, if I'm gonna be real. For this effect, it should be like 7 mana. Like, I would love to see the animation of this card. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful card. You also can't interact with it while it's doing this. It's like an inevitable card, right? Okay. It is very powerful. It is very, very powerful. Okay, chat, but I feel like this one deserves a little bit of a poll. So we're going to do another poll, okay? We'll do a poll. Real fast. Get your votes in. We're going fast here. Better. Okay. Is it a better design card than Ogre? Why does that? Okay. Ogre. I spelled ogre wrong, but you guys get the picture. Whatever. I gotta go faster here. No, yes. All right, chat, hurry up. Is this card a better card? Better as in design, flavor, and like fun compared to this card? It's broken. This card's broken. It's very clear it's broken. But is it better than this card? I think this card is still way better. I think this card is amazingly designed. I love this card. I wish they put this in the game. I think it's very cool. There is no such thing as a Chimera in Warcraft, but there are Chimeras in the game. There are Chimeras in the game in Hearthstone currently. You can look them up. They're actually in the game. This is very close, Chad. Very close. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. Oh my God, you guys think it's better. Remember, this is not about power only. It's not about power only. I don't see why this is broken, to be honest. Destroying the board in 2 turns seems so slow. It's a pretty good card. Maybe in current Heart. No, I think even in current Hearthstone, it's pretty good. It's the flexibility of this card is insane. Oh my God, chat, guys, you're killing me here, man. No? All right, I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Ogre's still number 1. Ogre's still number 1, chat. Ogre's number 1. Ogre's goated. All right, let's move on. One mana hunter spell. It's a rare. In 2 turns. Sorry. It's 1 mana hunter spell. Amazon shipping. In 2 turns, draw 2 cards. It's not very flavorful in terms. Well, I mean, actually, it is pretty flavorful. It's still Amazon shipping. It makes sense. You're getting things by boat. It's pretty freaking jokes. I'm not gonna lie. It has that additional little like wink at the audience because of Amazon Prime. Would this card see play at 1 mana? It probably would, wouldn't it? 1 mana, as long as you don't draw it super. It's not immediate draw, but I think you're okay with that. It's pretty good. It's a good card. You would probably be okay with this playing this for like majority of your deck, right? It's almost like Peasant, right? Is Peasant a good card? Yeah, of course Peasant is a good card. It sees play, right? This is almost the same concept of it. It's kind of cool. Should be 0 mana, could be 0 mana, right? We got to remember this would be printed in probably around Classic. It seems very strong. It seems very good. 1 mana to draw 2. Sign me up, dude. Even if you draw this later in the game, it's probably fine. You put this in a deck that requires more burn. You play it maybe in 2 turns. It's the difference of you getting lethal or not. It's pretty good. It's a very good card. Is this card fun to play around, chat? I think so. It's like Arcane Intellect, but delayed. I think it's fine. think it's a good card. All right. I think this one deserves a pull. This is a lot of controversy in chat here. There's a lot of controversy in chat. Is this a better designed card than Ogre? Yes. Remember, you're voting on design, balance, and flavor. Not just how much more OP is it compared to the other card. Compared to this. Is it better? Design, flavor-wise, I mean, it's a little bit of a miss, right? Compared to just Ogre. I think Ogre is just in flavor, it's better. In terms of balance, this card is like, I think this is just a safer card to play. This might actually be broken, I'm pretty sure. Like if you play this on turn 1, your opponent's probably cheesed, right? We have Ogre on screen to see what it does. Sure. I'll try to just so Ogre's goated in the corner here. Hold on, we can do this. Ogre could break the game like switcheroo. Interesting. It could. Listen, this is chat. People are saying it's not better than Ogre. All right. We'll see how long Ogre stays here, dude. All right. You have to remember with a card like this that if this was still in the game currently, this would not probably see a ton of play. It's just a really unique card. It's got good flavor. All right, I'm not gonna zoom in on this. Apothecary Humal, 5 mana 3/4 legendary for Rise of Shadows. Battlecry. Summon a 0/1 test subject, cast random spells on it till it dies. Okay, if you guys don't remember what test subject is a 0. Is it 0 mana? It might be 1 mana. I can't be wrong, but I believe it's 0 mana. 0 mana 1, Death Rattle. Give every single spell back to your hand that's casted on this. This is a really interesting card. It's actually kind of broken. It could break the game theoretically. It's the fair again. This is a take on variance, right? This is too much variance at 5 mana. Not well designed. It's not fun to play against. It's not really fun to play with. Yogg is interesting at 10 mana, right? I think this is bad. I'm just gonna skip this card. I think it's fair. I think we skip this effect, right? Everyone okay with that? Yeah? All right, cool. Charming Butterfly. 1 mana 0/1. Neutral beast. Battlecry and 8 turns destroy all minions. What the hell? This is probably broken. This is like the UI thing of this would be horrible to play against, right? Because it's like it would have to go dormant or something on your board. But it is the butterfly effect. You're right. The flavor is there. It's the flavor is there for sure, right? But it's more like, is this card fun to have in the game? You know what I mean? It should be a legendary. You're entirely right. It should be a legendary. This effect is very unique. It should only be 1. Oh, imagine having 2 of these. You play this turn 1 into turn. No, yeah, we're moving on. Okay. Ice Howdy. 99 mana, 8/8 partner. Costs 1 less for each greeting emote used this game. All right, I think it's safe to say we could just skip this one. Unless people really want to defend this. Pretty funny, but obviously wouldn't see any print. Guys, do not say this is the best card ever. We're not. It would never see play. It would never get printed in the game. We're moving on. Oh my god, you guys are crazy, dude. It wouldn't see play, chat. It would never get printed. Let's be real here. What if you mute? Interesting question. All right. 1 mana, 1/1 Brave Shrimp, Rise of Shadows. Beast. If this kills Chef Nomi, destroy the enemy hero. Okay. For those of you who don't know, Chef Nomi was a legendary card that was also printed in Rise of Shadows. It was 7 mana, 6/6 battle cry. If your deck has no cards in it, fill your board with 6/6 something, Grease Fires or whatever. Flavor wise, what is the flavor here? Is it just a Brave Shrimp? I guess it doesn't want to die to Chef Nomi because Chef Nomi is going to be cooking with shrimps. Really interesting card. Really interesting card. It's really weak. It's very weak. It's also, by the time you play this, the game is probably already decided, right? It feels very redundant. Like it's not worth it. It's unplayable. It's funny. There could be like, maybe in the future you could like play Chef Nomi yourself, not even get the battle cry, swap it to the opponent's side with treachery, then you play the Brave Shrimp, and then you kill the Chef Nomi. That would be kind of nutty. It'd be kind of disgusting. It's a really unique card, man. But yeah, I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very good. Okay. Pyramad. This is 6 mana, 5/5 elemental shaman legendary for Savers of Uldum. Battlecry, transform your totems into 0/5 desert obelisks, and that's what a desert obelisk is. Interesting effect. I'm not sure what the flavor is on this card. Like looking at it, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Is this card balanced? I mean, you need 3. I mean, realistically, this card's actually very bad. It's pretty garbage. If you don't have at least 3 totems, this card is horrible. It's so it would have to, like, there's that new card from Castle Nathria that came out that would summon 4 totems at once, and that would be pretty nutty, I guess. Interesting. Hold on, I'm dropping frames, Chad. Give me a sec. Why am I dropping frames? All right, we're back. Sorry. I don't know what that was. This is absolutely playable. Damn good card. It's bad, dude. It's pretty bad. It's bad up until Castle Nathria, I think, where you actually got the ability to summon multiple things. But if the problem with this card is the design space, the design space of this really limits it really limits the design space of the card, like of just shaman in general. I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of this card. Do we want to do a poll on this? I guess we'll do a poll on this. Like, what is the flavor of this card? I don't understand the flavor of this card. What is the flavor of this? Right? Like what? Why would a Pyramad transform totems into a desert obelisk? Right? I don't like the card. I don't think it's very interesting. I think it's pretty bad, but I think we can move on. Totem look like small obelisks. The fact that you have to say that is just, you guys want to poll? I hate the, he mad. I think it's just bad. I think it's just a bad design. All right. Light bow, sorry. 1 mana, 0/3 for Hunter. Add 3 arrows to your hand. Each arrow is give your weapon plus to attack this turn. That's kind of interesting. So it's like the bow, you add arrows to your bow, therefore you get more damage. That's kind of cool. Like that's the, by the way, this is a really good example of flavor right here, chat. This is a really good example. This card doesn't make any sense because why would a totem transform, why would a pyramid transform its totems into desert obelisk? This one makes total sense. The flavor is right in front of you, right? Each arrow gives you more damage. That's really interesting. It is 4 mana to deal 6 damage. You have to spend the mana to put the arrows on, right? It's really cool. I think this card's pretty balanced too. You have to spend, you're spending 4 mana to deal 6 damage. I think that's completely fair. This one's cool. And like compare, okay, let's compare it to Fiery War Axe here for a second, right? If I played this on turn 1 and then I had to arrow the following turn, it kind of messes up your curve. And it's not even better than Fiery War Axe unless you spend the second arrow on it. So unless you really wanted to go face, I think this card is awesome, bro. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Is this a bit, or do you definitely not understand the flavor of Pyramid? I don't understand it. I couldn't tell you what the flavor of this card is. I couldn't tell you what it is by looking at it. I realize they're both in the desert, but that doesn't make it a flavor. Like this is, the flavor is right in front of you for this. I think this card's cool. It's more flexible than Fiery War Axe, but it's not better, right? It's probably still worse than Fiery War Axe. I think we're pulling this one. I think this is actually worth the pull. This is really this is I'm talking a lot this stream. Oh my god. Okay, is this a better designed card than Ogre? Yes. No. Remember, we are basing this on flavor, balance, and funness, I guess, right? It's not just about, is this card just more OP than this one? Remember this, okay? When you're making your vote. Here you go. I think this card's awesome. I love this card. I think this is super cool. It might be a little too weak, but like, I think it's so cool, man. Why would I want arrows instead of arcane shot though? Well, like the benefit of this card is, let's say you need to kill 1 minion, you just deal the 6 damage with all your arrows in 1 turn, right? This isn't classic, right? This is definitely a weaker card than people probably realizing. It's classic, so it can't be good. Oh, sorry, I goofed. All right, surprisingly, chat thinks that this is a better card than Ogre. Let me think about this for a little bit here. This is weaker than this card for sure. Flavor wise, I think it's really well done. This is a really cool card for flavor wise. This card is a really cool card for flavor wise too, because it fits the Ogre theme. Funness. Is this card more fun to play with and against compared to this? I don't know. It's close, man. I know I spelled Ogre wrong. I'm just typing it as fast as I can. All right, I'm gonna go with chat here. Okay, chat explained to me that this is, you guys voted for this. I think this is a really cool card. I think it's really unique. People have spoken. The people have spoken. All right. Oh my God. All right, another bow. All right, 2 mana, 1/4, two-handed bow. Death Rattle, equip a 4/1 weapon, and it's a rare. For Rosticons, this is a very slow card. This is a very slow card. Wow. It's really bad. If you compare this to Candle Shot's just a strictly better card. The flavor here, two-handed bow. It's kind of cool though, man. I'm gonna talk about the flavor for a second because I think it's a kind of interesting. The bow has like a mace on it. So like you do your bow, and then after you run out of arrows, you smack your freaking opponent. It's kind of interesting. It's too slow. It's a cool flavor though. It's a cool flavor. It's fun. I think this is fine to play with and against for the most part, but it's a very spicy card. Absolute hell. You guys are okay. You gotta remember when this card's gonna be released. This is gonna be released with Rosticon. All right, Rosticon, it was a very weak expansion, so it kind of fits the flavor of it. You're doing 4 damage, and then it's very slow. Probably wouldn't see play. Doesn't fit Rosticon at all. I would agree with that. All right, I think we're gonna pass. We'll move on. Brightwing. 3 mana, 4/3. Start game. It's a dragon, sorry, for Rosticons. 3 mana, 4/3 Brightwing. Dragon for Rosticons. Start a game. All of your mana colors are always green. What? All right, well, I'm just gonna move on. No, what's the point of that? What the hell? What is that? That's so random. All right, Fetcher Pup for classic. 2 mana, 3/2 Fetcher Pup. Rare. Battle Cry. Restore 1 durability to your weapon. It's a beast. Oh my God, that is so cool. So this flavor is amazing because it's like, oh, you go tell your dog to get you one of your arrows. I love that. That's so cool. Man, this would be really good though. Is this too broken? Wow, this is so nutty. For classic, this is very broken. I really like it. I'm for it, man. We could stop here. Cards with a humorous tag are just a joke, not to be taken seriously. Okay, cool. All right. This is better Captain Greenskin. It is very good. It's very good. It's very good in classic, I should say. But here's the thing about this card, chat, is you don't play this until you have a weapon equipped. What was the weapon in classic? There was like Eaglehorn Bow. And you have to have already swung with your weapon because it's restore. It's not give it durability, right? I think it's pretty good. All right. All right. We'll do a poll. I actually really think this card is cool. We'll do a poll. I have a feeling the dog's going to win, but we'll see. Is this a better design card than Bow? Yes. No. I like this card, man. I can see why this is so high up on the list. Really, really cool card. I think this card just oozes flavor, dude. It oozes flavor. It's such a unique effect. I love it. Better than bow and dog. What do you mean? Oh, the ogre. What's that emote? It should be 3 mana. I think 2 mana is fine. You have to remember, right? If you don't have a weapon equipped, this is a 2 mana 3/2, and you would have to play this after you play a weapon. Both of the flavor here is really cool. I love the flavor of the Fetcher Pup though. I think it's so unique. I like it, man. I like it. All right, you guys seem to agree. We're making the dog the next. The dog is number 1, chat. Cool card. You guys remember when we had an ogre here? Remember that, chat? All right. Snake Oil Vendor. 3 mana 3/4. Again, it's not for classic. It's just going to be whatever. For rare, Battlecry, add a snake oil to your hand. 0 mana snake oil. Do not think it's a scam. Is snake oil actually a scam? I don't know anything about snake oil. I'm going to assume it is. It's cool, man. So it's like it's a card you use to combo, right? It's a card you're basically using to combo. It's good with gadgets in. You could save it. Really interesting effect. It's like a worse coin though, right? I don't think this card would see play. It's very weak. I almost think this should be like a 2 mana 2/2 or something. It's very weak. It makes sense that it's a rogue card because rogues are trying to swindle you for the most part, right? Secret Breaker, good point. Yeah, but it's just a worse coin. So there are cards in the game currently that would do better with this, right? This is it. We have to remember the emblem here is like some random one. If it added 2, yeah. If it was like a 3 mana add 2 snake oils to your hand, that would be awesome. That would be a really cool card. It's very weak at the moment. Flavor wise seems pretty great. It makes sense. It's a rogue. It seems like a pretty rare effect. Doesn't seem very epic-y. But is it better than the dog? I don't know, man. It's just very weak. You would have to change it to a 3 mana 3, like a 3 mana 2, 3 mana 3/3. You either have to change it to a 2 mana 2/3, or you probably change it to like add 2 snake oils to your hand. 1 mana 1/3 would also work, sure. What if the snake oil was a 1 mana coin? It'd be utterly broken. Is it what, a 2 mana 2/3? You guys got to remember right now in the game, there is a card called like the Dancer Guy, who is a 2 mana 3/2, add a coin to your hand. So compare that card to this. You don't really care about giving the coin to your opponent with the Mailbox Dancer Guy. You're already getting a coin and you get a 3/2 stat line. Right? So you would have to make this a little stronger if it was going to see play. The problem is the dog is so cute. No. Listen, I'm going to talk to chat like a, would it be better with Taunt from Ogre? I think this card's too weak. I don't think it's worth a pull. I think the effect is cool. I think the flavor's cool, but overall, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna move on. I think the dog's just a better card. This is gonna be hard to beat this dog. He's a cool card. Whoa, interesting effect here. Takey Casino decks to a new level. 5 mana 2/3 Herbert Highest Roller Battlecry Gamble. Discover 0 mana minions, draw 1 spell, discard 2 weapons. So it's like a. It would be cool to see this in game just to see what the flavor would be, or like how they would, sorry, not the flavor, how they would do the text on this card. I guess they would keep the text there and then there would be like a thing that pops up to show you what you're going to get. It's really unique, man. Really cool idea. I don't know who Herbert is, but I get the point of the highest roller that you're gambling with this effect. It's really cool, but it's pretty bad. This is a very bad card. It's really bad. Cool idea, man. It fits so well into Hearthstone though, right? Like, I feel like this would be a really funny card to have. But it's probably too weak. Man, the effect is so cool though. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever see print. Again, the variance of this card is ridiculous. So you don't ever want a card like this in the game. We'll just move on. Hey, look at that. Again, Reborn Rager. Wow, it's the same card as Leo. What the hell? All right. Captain. Oh, this is humorous too. I'm gonna read this card though. Captain Obvious, 3 mana 3/4 neutral spell. When you draw this, add it to your hand. That's pretty. Just right there in front of you, man. That's pretty funny. All right. Survival kit. Keep this in case of emergencies. I think this is Kobolds and Catacombs. It looks like it's Kobolds and Catacombs. So you get 2? No, I don't think it would say add another one to your hand. It just says add it to your hand. It's just a 3 mana 3/4. This is the joke, right? All right, survival kit. 8 mana hunter spell, add a torch, flare, an axe, a small knife, an apple, and a cooking pot to your hand. Okay, hold on. All right. Why does this keep changing, man? I guess because I'm zooming in. Eight mana to get 6 cards in your hand. It wouldn't see any play. It's just too slow. No hunter deck ever wants this. In terms of flavor, the torch, the flare, the axe, the shiv, the apple, sure, and the pot. The pot and the apple don't make a whole lot of sense in this, right? Survival kits don't necessarily have food, but the rest of it's kind of cool. It makes sense that it's for hunter. It's very slow, unfortunately. The bigger problem here is it's like sensory overload when you look at this, because it's like, what are all these cards, right? If you've never played with this card before, it's so much. Survival kits have rations, do they? Oh, well, then I stand corrected. I'll take the L. I think the problem with this card though is it's not very fun. Like, the flavor's there, but it's not a very fun card, right? What deck would you want this in? It might be worth to change the card to like 3 mana, discover three spells to help you survive or something. It would have to be a little bit more flavor, right? But I don't think it's necessarily that interesting. I'm gonna move on. All right. I saw this one when we were scrolling down. So this one's actually going to be a little bit harder to discuss here, chat, because I do think this card is actually extremely good. 6 mana 7/7 Munch Root for Druid. Remove 1 word. Your minions cost 3 more. This card is really unique, just in terms of design. Really unique card. We've never really seen remove 1 card. So this would either mean all minions cost 3, or sorry, your minions cost 3, or all minions cost 3 more. The problem with this card is the translation is also, yeah, very, very much correct. Is it probably broken? It's actually broken. Like, it's very broken. You would always just get rid of the word more, and then your minions cost 3. It's very cool. I like the design of this though. I will say that I'm not really sure what the flavor of this card is, unless people know. Unless people know like a Munch Root. It's a pretty good stat line too. If Rat pulls it out, you lose. So it'd say your minions cost 3 more. Oh God, that'd be so freaking nutty. It's probably just not very fun to play with. Yeah. All right, we'll move on. Optimistic Ogre. 4 mana 5/5, 50% chance to hit the correct enemy for classic. Now, I believe they made this card eventually, right? I think it's in Darkmoon Faire that they added it. It's a 5 mana 6/5, I want to think. Fake, thanks for $5, Boo. Can I remove the word to kill the enemy? Wait, what? They did. So this card, okay, so this is like the Leo card from earlier, chat. Do we count this card if it's already in the game? Right, that's the question. Thanks for $5, Fake. I appreciate it, time, man. Thank you, dude. It's a real card now. Would be cool. I'm at a sleep. Can you connect the stream to my dream? What the hell? It's a cool card. Do we think that, okay, like flavor wise, obviously makes total sense with the ogre thing. 4 mana 5/5 seems pretty reasonable for the stat line of the effect that you're getting. He's optimistic, so there's a 50% chance he's going to hit the correct. That's why it's optimistic. Yeah, cool effect. All right, we'll move on. We'll move on. All right, Annihilate. 8 mana mage spell. Choose an enemy minion. This is an epic, by the way. Remember this. This is an epic. Choose an enemy minion. Cast random spells from all classes until it is destroyed. What the hell? 8 mana to do this? That's so funny. You have to remember, so this card's very interesting. So there has to be a minion on board for you to play this. And it's casting random spells until that minion dies. This is just Yogg. It's just Yogg. Pretty much. It might be slightly worse than Yogg, but it's pretty funny. Again, this has the potential to break the game. The variance of this card is absolutely absurd. I would like this card printed in a Tavern Brawl, but I don't want this card to be printed at all. It's pretty funny. What happens if the minion is gone? What do you mean? Then it stops casting spells. I have no idea what you keep. I have no idea what you're talking about flavor for. I keep licking my screen and there's just a static feeling. What the hell? Yeah, there's no flavor for this card either. I don't know why this is called Annihilate. Well, I actually understand why this is Annihilate, but like, why is Mage casting Annihilate? It's not like Fetcher Pup. It's funny though. Okay. Whew. Tazgal the Two-Handed. 8 mana for a hero card. Discarding because, okay, guys, I think a lot of you don't understand what flavor actually means for Hearthstone. I think a lot of you guys don't understand it. What do you mean because mage is random? That doesn't mean that's not flavor, chat. That's just mage's identity is that it casts random cards, right? Why would a mage cast Annihilate on a minion? That's the question you have to ask for yourself. Not because it has random. Randomness is a part of the mage theme. It's not a part of the card's flavor. You understand what I mean? Like this card's a really good example of it, right? If you look at this card, you can tell exactly what the point of this card is. It's a fetcher pup to go get your arrow after you miss your shot so that it restores 1 durability to your weapon. It makes sense it's a beast because it's your pup. This doesn't have any flavor towards mage. It's just the theme of mage is to cast random nonsense. You can see the difference of flavor right here. Do you understand what I mean? Do people understand what I mean? To kill a minion with spell? That's not... It has nothing to do with the art. I don't even need the art to understand what this means. Like, that's why the dog is so well done. That's why the flavor of the dog is really well done. It just makes sense why this would be doing this. But we're moving on. All right. Tazgal the Two-Handed. 8 mana. For 5 armor, so it's a hero card. Discarding a card adds a copy of it to your other hand. Battlecry, add another hand and draw 5 cards to it. 0 mana, switch your current hand with your other hand. All right, what the hell? Interesting effect. I think for Hearthstone, this probably wouldn't work. This is broken. This is broken. I like the two-handed aspect of it, because he's like, oh shit, like I got 2 cards now. What a neat tavern brawl. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to like this card. The problem with this card is the future proofing, right? It causes a lot of design problems. This card reminds me a ton of Guff in the sense that it would just break. It could break the entire game. It is very slow though. 8 mana is very slow, but it is broken in the effect. How often do you need 2 hands? I'd rather have life tap probably majority of the time, but you're paying like then there becomes a bunch of question is like, do you draw with both hands, right? Like how does drawing work? Because you draw 2 cards, you draw at the start of the game with both hands. How does mana discounting work? Does your hand have to be there? I like it. Bran means 3 hands, true. How would it work with Bran? Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, let's move on. AirPods, 1 mana pre-spell, give a minion +3 health and can't be targeted by battle cries. Everything. Yeah, what I mean is like at the start of your turn, right? You just draw with your normal hand, right? But then why would you want the second hand? I feel like this would be cool if they just added discarding a card adds a copy of it to your hand, right? I think that would be really cool. I don't think you need 2 hands to do that. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. I like the, okay, we're on AirPods though. Give a minion +3 health and can't be targeted by battle cries. That's a cool. We have never seen a card with this text before, right? Can't be targeted by battle cries. That's really unique. One mana +3 health. This would be like, this would probably be like broken. One mana for +3 life and this effect is very scary. What deck would you want this in? Okay, so when it comes to the flavor here, what are we thinking about it? AirPods? Like, it's the fish in the AirPod bubble, which is kind of funny. It's a play on words. It's kind of a wink at the audience or the gamer. Like, we all know what AirPods are, right? I could see it. Why would this be a priest card, though, is the question. Read the title. Watch out, Zarek, Spellbreaker's coming to silence you. Oh god, oh no, he can't hear us. He has here. How would you translate it? Good point. There also comes a lot of really weird design philosophies with this. Like, how does an AoE battlecry work? Does this just not get, I guess this can't be targeted by battlecry, so it'd still be fine. I don't know. I don't think it's like insanely cool. I think it's kind of interesting to see it, but I wouldn't really want this in the game. Like I don't think this card would see print. Translates fine into Swedish. Does it? Cool. It's a fun card, man. It's a fun card. I could see it. You know what? I can kind of see it in the game. It's the same as can't be targeted by spells. No. It's a lot different. For instance, when Big Game Hunter was playable at 3 mana, you could put AirPods on a minion and it couldn't kill that minion anymore. It's neat, but man. We'll do a vote. We haven't done a vote in a while. I think this card's kind of interesting, actually. I think like 1 minute to give 3 health is spooky with that effect. Is this card better designed than Pup? Yes. No. All right, chat. There you go. There's your poll. I don't think this is better than the dog. I think the dog is goated at the moment. Would be a video later? I'm not sure. I have videos in reserve, but I'm kind of holding them back. Too scared to print for trademark reasons? I mean, I don't think Apple's gonna be like, what the hell? Like, they're not gonna be like, what the frick? How dare Hearthstone print a card with this? But maybe, I don't know. Maybe Apple hates Hearthstone. All right, most of you said it's not better than a dog, so we're moving on. All right, Clever Sales Goblin. 2 mana 1/2, epic. You're holding a dragon. You played an elemental Lester. Okay, I might be stupid here, but can someone explain this to me? It's unplayable. It activates synergy. Oh, I see. Oh, that's really interesting, actually. Oh, I really like that, actually. Wow. Okay, hold on. It's not unplayable anymore. Two mana is a little weak. 2 mana is a little weak. It would have to be like a 1 mana 1/2 to see play. That's really okay, dude. I thought the dog was gonna go longer, man, but I actually think this is goated. This is a sick fucking card, dude. And I don't swear often anymore. I'm trying to get better on my Kristen streams. See flavor text, understand? Just tell them what they want to hear, kid. Yeah, no, it's dude. Actually sick as hell, dude. I could see that in the game. That's awesome. It deserves to be an epic card. It is so well thought out. It's neutral. I don't think this has to be class specific at all. I think it has to be 1 mana. I think at 2 mana it's not playable, but I do think this is really cool. This is a really cool card, and this deserves a pull. This is actually going to be really hard to see who just wins this. Literally just run the tribe instead. I mean, I don't know, man. Sometimes you're just like, think about how many cards are so much better if you're holding a dragon, right? And this one is like, you could do this multiple times. It's really unique. I love it. It's so cool with active building too. I love this. I love this card. I think this is so cool. Wow. All right, is this a better designed card than Pup? All right, chat, good luck, guys. This is hard, man. I would, I don't know which one I would pick here. We're almost done with the Reddit. I don't know if I'm gonna do Hearth cards today, but we'll see. What does this do exactly? So chat explained this to me because I didn't understand it either. The idea of this card is it fills the requirements for certain cards. So if you have a card that says if you're holding a dragon and you have this on board, but you don't actually have a dragon in hand, this would count as you holding a dragon. And there's so much like, I love the deck building aspect of this. I think it's really cool. It would have to be a 1 mana card though. It wouldn't see play at 2 mana. It's a little weak. It's a little weak. Why don't you just copy paste which card is better to pulls? I don't know. I'm stupid, I guess. Like, chat has to explain it to you. It's bad. No, I think I just when I read the text of a card, I think of it at face value. So that's why I didn't understand it at first. But you might be right? Maybe the clarity's not there. They could change it slightly though, right? They could be like, while this is in play, you are holding a dragon and you played an elemental last turn, right? That's what they could reword it as. But again, man, I like the pup. I think the pup is goated. I think the card is awesome. I think they're both really well done though. I think this card would probably be used more for elementals rather than dragons. God, this is tough, man. I don't know, man. You guys are saying yes to the sales goblin. Goblin D's nuts. Am I sorry? This is based on balance, design, balance, playability, like, you know, is it OP, is it not? And overall fun. Like, is this card fun to play against? Is it fun to play with? You know what I mean? That's a huge, I can't tell you guys how important that is for Hearthstone to do with. Like they specifically made cards to be fun to play with and play against, or they at least try to. Sometimes it's more about the person playing the cards though. This is tough, dude. You don't play Hearthstone for fun. You're lying to yourself. Okay, chat, as much as I like the goblin, okay, I know you guys voted for it. I'm gonna go with the dog. I think the dog is still just a better design card. I think there's too many people in chat, including me, that didn't understand what this card was when I looked at it. So it'd have, like, as much as we could reword it, I think the dog is better. I think the dog is just too good. Like, this dog is clean. This card has to be changed in order for it to actually see it. Put both there. It's not even like a skill issue, right? Like, I just think to myself that if I saw this text, like if I'm coming into Hearthstone and I read this card with no explanation, I wouldn't understand what it means, right? I think it's super weak. Compared to what the dog is. I think the dog is just a better design card overall. Not to say this card doesn't deserve a spot. This card is really cool. I can see why people outvoted this so highly, but I think the dog is better. Like, I would see this card getting, like, my bottom line here, chat, my bottom line here is I could see this pupper being put into the game. I could literally see it being printed. I don't know if I would see this card being printed in its current state, that is. So we're gonna move on. You guys may disagree with me, but I think this card is really, really cool. Might make the pool then. Well, for those of you who are here at the beginning, by the way, what was one of the rules I said, chat? I said I get the final result. I get the final result. You guys are here to help me decide, so it's not as strictly biased as possible. But I'm reading chat as you guys are voting. I want you guys to know. I'm reading chat as you guys are voting. I think a lot of people are voting on cards, by the way, specifically because of the power level. I'm trying to be reasonable here, but I'm imagining myself if I was a Hearthstone player and I've never seen any of these cards before. This one is so much more interesting to look at. It's so much more clear. Okay. Fake, thanks for another $5. Common, Goblin, LLLL, Doggo Sweep. You decide, why do we... Listen, you guys don't have to vote. I'm just putting it out there in the grand scheme of the thing. I literally think that if the wording said, well, this is on the board, while this is in play, you were holding a dragon and you played an elemental last turn, I think I would have been there. But again, you guys got to remember, like, there's so much that goes into this. It's not just, wow, I think this card is a lot cooler than this card. There's the design aspect of it. And again, I'm gonna make this very clear. If you disagree with me, that is completely fair. You can go stream your own stuff, man. You can go make your own stream. Ultimately, this is my stream. All right, on to the next one. Cyberb. Okay. 1 mana, 1/3. Goblins versus gnomes. It's a mech. I hate the way that this is formatted, but we'll talk about that later. At the start of your turn, play an entrance, not an entrance sound of a minion in your opponent's hand. Okay. I actually think the effect of this card is really cool. This is one of the coolest cards I have ever seen. It is really interesting. Here's the problem, chat. It's a 1 mana, 1/3 mech. How relevant is this effect actually going to be the case when you're probably playing this for a 1 mana, 1/3 mech? One mana, 1/3 mechs? That's pretty spooky. Has there ever been a 1 mana, 1/3 mech yet? I don't think so. It'd be too spooky. Also, the problem with this card is this inherently makes people with hearing issues have a slight disadvantage. There is. Yeah, okay, so there's the Boomsday, right? There's the one that has no text. Yeah, fair enough. How many of you guys, we can make this very easy, right? How many of you guys play with Hearthstone with sound all of the time? I would argue that most of you probably don't play. I mean, it's probably 50-50, right? I feel like I don't play with sound a lot of the time. I don't play with the sound a lot of the time, right? Like, I'm always watching a YouTube video. I'm always looking at something else. If I'm on my phone and there's never volume, dude, thanks for $2. I agree with you. It's just, you're segregating. If this card's ever playable, you're segregating an audience, and you don't want that. So we're gonna pass. All right. I do think the effect is cool, but we're gonna pass. Okay. We're just gonna pass. Didn't play an elemental last turn. No problem. 1 mana, 1/2 time elemental for mage. Battlecry, you played this last turn. So this is the same. Fuck me. This is the same thing as this, but it's for mage and it's for elementals only. This wording is so much more clear. It's so much more clear than the goblin. You guys see what I was talking about there? When I look at this card, I'm not really sure what that means. I look at this card and I immediately understand what that means. Understand. It makes sense being a time elemental, the flavor, I get it. You're holding it down for one more turn. Really cool. It's a card you can play on turn 1 and feel good about playing an elemental on turn 3. Is it good? Also, it has charge. I love that. I absolutely think that's incredible, but it's broken. So it would have to say, Battlecry, you played this last turn, can't attack heroes this turn. That's what I'd have to say, because this would be ran in every deck. Well, every elemental deck could be really, really strong in elemental deck. It'd have to say something along those lines. Unless it's just, it doesn't have, unless it just gets the minion sickness anyways, but I think the clarity could be good, right? Can't attack heroes this turn would be a good thing to add to this. So sorry, this is not a 1-drop then, right? This would be like a 2-drop or a 3-drop, something to prepare for your elementals so you have a good thing. I don't think you would play this on turn 1 if you're looking for the effect, but would a 1-mana 1/2 elemental with charge get played? Does this trigger elementals next turn? It should. It should. Because you did play an elemental this turn as well. Is this a mage card? I think this would have been really cool if this was a shaman card. I think shaman makes a, actually no, mage has the time quest, right? Okay, I can get behind it a little bit more. This is cool, man. This is a really cool design. Really cool card. It's an epic. I think it deserves to be an epic. Really cool card, man. All right. This, again, another tough one here, chat. Another tough one here. Is this a better design card? This is tough. This is a good card. We're gonna start getting to the really good ones because we're heading to the top. All right, chat, what do you guys think? This is tough. It's a really powerful effect. It is a little, I think it's a little too strong at the moment though. Flavor wise, I don't know, man. The dog, I think, is still a little better. Balance wise, the dog makes more sense. It's not as broken. It might be big. It might make more sense to say you played an elemental last turn, or I don't know, but I think inherently it does make sense. It's a tough one. Time isn't an element. There you go. Have the vote before commenting on the card. Your opinion affects the chat too much. I think it's completely fair. I'm not moving on. I think it's completely fine the way I'm doing this. I'm trying to give a baseline for people. I think the dog's a better card, like just straight up. But I'm waiting for chat to make the answer here. It's hard to really give this card the yes, because I think the dog is still a better design card. Like in terms of balance, the time elemental is stronger, but flavor, I think the dog is so good. I think the flavor of the dog and just what it is and what it's doing, and I could see it being printed in the game. I'm not sure if time elemental would see print. That's my biggest thing holding it back right now, right? Is would this card see print in Hearthstone? I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't done an effect like this though. Rarran confirmed not a cat. I have 2 cats. I love my cats. They're always on stream. Like the thing is, man, it's like you have to change the time elemental. You have to change the time elemental for it to be like fine. I don't think in its current state it's okay. But it is a really cool card. It's better than the Goblin for sure. I'd rather have this card in the game than the Goblin. Guaranteed. This is claw. I don't know, man. Why would you have to change it if it's 1 damage? The thing is, guys, is this kind of effect is scary to design cards around. You have to think about how this impacts the game, not just in a card itself. I don't think the dog is doing anything wrong if you get 1 durability on your weapon. right? But this effect is spooky. Like, you played this last turn, it limits card design. It's not very clear. I think a lot of people could look at this card and be like, okay, what does that actually mean you played this last turn? What does that actually mean? People in chat that write question marks and being like, you're stupid, like dog is bad, like you guys are stupid. Like, how does that even prove an argument? How does the limit card design? How does this not limit card design? Think about it. Think about how great this card can be. So let's think about this. One of the balance decisions of Elemental Shaman is that you need to keep the elemental chain going. So therefore, you need to have a certain amount of elementals in your deck for your elemental package to be worth it. You don't even need to do that with this card. This card is, I play this card and now my elemental is so much better, which means you don't need to have a certain amount of elementals in your deck, which makes this a much better card, which is extremely, extremely powerful. It's you guys act like Mage hasn't had elemental cards before. Are you insane? Are you guys okay? Hello? Are you guys all right? What the hell are you guys talking about? It's not a shaman, bro. Hello? Like, are you guys, is everyone okay here? I'm moving on. For the upcoming Ragnaros infestation, 1 mana 2/1 Savers of Uldum, insect, rare, neutral. It's a beast. Taunt, Ragnaros will always hit this minion. I love this card, but it's not very interesting. It's too specific. This is like a tech card against a very specific thing, and I don't think that's great. But it's cool. I like the card. Oh my god. Zodiac Thief. Wow. Okay, I understand this card. 7 mana 7/7 rogue legendary, the Zodiac Thief. Battle cry, steal your next fatigue card as a 0-cost spell. So what this does is that if you were going to take 5 damage on your next fatigue draw, you would have a spell that is 0 mana 5 damage. Same thing if you were going to take 10 damage as fatigue, you'd have a 0 mana 10 damage. Really cool idea. Makes sense in rogue. Also, we have seen the mill archetype in rogue before. There is a couple of questions here, like, do you draw a card on your next turn? Like, do you draw fatigue on your next turn, or does it do nothing? Does anyone know why this is called the Zodiac Thief? Is this something in the game? I'm guessing Zodiac has to do with time. See, I think it's kind of insensitive because of the Zodiac Killer. This card's probably unplayable, but it's a really cool effect. I don't know. I feel like the problem with this card is more the flavor behind it. I mean, I understand what the card is doing, but I don't really know why it's called the Zodiac Thief. I don't know what that really means in terms of rogue. Why is it a rogue card? Why would it take fatigue? Balance wise, I think it's extremely weak. It wouldn't be play. It wouldn't see play. I'm moving on, chat. Heartbroken Troll. 3 mana, 3/4. Counts as damaged, even at full health. So this card should say this is damaged, even at full health. Not counts as. Flavor. Beautiful. 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 Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible card. Balance wise, honestly, probably more than okay. It's really cool because one of the things that Warrior within Rage Warrior is your minions have to be damaged. So this card, even though it is a sad card, I think it's just really interesting, isn't it? It's like a guaranteed damaged minion that you don't have to damage. It's cool, man. Really well done. It's balanced. It's fun to play with and against. I wouldn't be sad if my opponent plays this card. It's like Injured Blade Master, but it's not like Injured Blade Master in the sense that it's not actually damaged. Or it's not actually damaged. It doesn't go up to 7 health, so you can't heal it. It should be an epic. I would agree with that. It should be an epic. It's a little weak. It's a little weak. But the card should say this minion is damaged even at full health. Something along those lines. Just less interesting than Injured Blade Master. I disagree. I think it's pretty cool. It fit, like Injured Blade Master makes sense of flavor, right? It hurt himself. It did damage to itself. This is like emotional damage to itself. It's a little weak. That's the problem with it. It's a little weak. It's a cool card though, man. Can't be healed. I think that's actually a really cool point too. And there's a lot of flavor to this card though. That's the thing, right? It can't be healed because it's damaged emotionally. There's a lot of like interactions with this card that's really cool. We're gonna do a poll for this one, chat. We're doing a poll for this one. I think this is incredible. I think it's a really cool card. Both are great. Both are great. It's hard. The comparison to the dog is only going to get harder as we go up in the list. No, you guys don't think it's better? Okay. 60%. I'll take the chat vote on that. I'll take the chat vote. All right. Let's move on. Normal human. Normal human man. If he sounds a little strange, it's just because he has a frog in his coat. I mean throat. 3 mana, 1/3. Death Battle summon 3/1/1 Murlocs. This is great. Flavor wise, spot on. Love it. Love this. It's so funny. Balance wise, I think that's pretty fair. It's a lot of stats though. It might have to be like a 3 mana 1/5. It's a lot of stats for a 3 mana 1/3. Because like you could get that Death Battle off pretty hard. Or pretty easily, sorry. You got to be a little careful with Murloc synergy. It's cool, man. It's really interesting. It's good for like Murloc aggro decks. Love this card. I love the design, man. I love the flavor of this effect. Yeah, Reese can have the 2/6 card. What 2/6 card? Should it have the Murloc tag? No, it shouldn't have the Murloc tag on this. 3 health because there's 3/1/1 Murlocs. That makes sense. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Sure. This is a worse version of the 4 mana summon 1/1s. I disagree with you. No, I don't think it is. They do different stuff. It's not like the thing is, I'm thinking more about if I play this on turn 3 and I have a way to abuse the 3 Murlocs that are coming out of the board, should it have more health so you can't do the death rattle as easily? That's the logic behind it, right? Balance wise, like it's probably fine, but you have to be a little scared of like, what are the Murloc synergies that go with this? This is a cool card because it fits the Murloc archetype without being a Murloc. Also, flavor wise, it's phenomenal, right? It's such a great idea of a card. You just have to be a little cautious of what that means to have that ability to just kill something and summon 3 Murlocs immediately, right? You have to just be a little cautious there. It's not that I think it's broken inherently. It's just a cool card. But like, I like this card a lot because I can look at it and understand what it's doing. Like why the flavor is like this. What makes this card designed like this? Why is it called like that? It tells a story from this card. Same thing with the Fetcher Pup. I think the flavor matches on the card, man. All right, another poll here, chat. Holy God, are we gonna have to do a poll for every freaking one here? Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. I think it's a really well-designed card, so it'll be interesting to see what we actually end up going with. All right, chat, go ahead. This is a really good card. Is it better than the puppy? Oh, it's so it's tough. You guys think it is? At the moment, it's looking like it is. By the puppy, I stand. Man, the dog's lasted for so long. Dude, it's the crazy thing about this card is that it's not even that high up on the list. This dog. The balance is kind of problematic and limits design on Murloc support and board buff. See, that's what I'm thinking. And that's why, as much as I think it fits in line that it's a 1/3, it should be a higher life total, or like it should be a higher health total, because it is a very scary card. It's tough, man. This is tough, but I'll go with chat. I'll go with chat on this one. I think it's fine. I think this is a really good, well-designed card. It's cool. It might cause some problems, but for most of it, I think we have a new leader. If it loads. Hello? Oh. Fuck, the dog is so good though, man. Oh, the dog is so good. It's so tough. It's so tough. But 61% of you said that the normal human's better. I think it should be like a 1/5 though, or a 1/4. I think it should be a 1/5. It's so tough, man. I don't know. Maybe we just put him like this. Maybe we put both. Like they'll just leave it in the tab. We'll just keep both of them here. It's so tough. It's so tough. +1 health because of the coat. That could work. I don't think normal human man makes the cut in any Murloc deck. I don't know, man. I think it's pretty good. It's just good because it gives you that reassurance that if your board dies to an AoE, you get Murlocs. Like that's pretty. It's a very underrated thing. 61% of you said this card. We'll keep this card, okay? The dog's gone. Everyone, can I get a bark in the chat for the dog? F. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. We'll keep it. All right. Hate to see it, man. It's rough, dude. It's rough, Chess. Like, sometimes you just gotta let go, you know? Sometimes you gotta let go. All right. Where is my goddamn weapon? It's the flavor text of this card. Interesting. 2 mana warrior spell, Echo, weapon bag. Sorry, 2 mana warrior spell, weapon bag, epic. Echo, equip a random weapon. This card's broken. Isn't this card broken? The flexibility of the variance of this card is insane. There's a lot of really mediocre weapons in Hearthstone though, but I think it's broken. This card feels bad to play. Feels bad to play. What's Echo? Echo is you could replay the card this turn. Flavor wise, it's cool. I like the flavor, right? 2 mana, no, sorry, Orc looking through his weapon bag to find a weapon, and he doesn't like the weapon he gets, so he just gets another one. I really like that. I think this card would be a little better if it said equip a random warrior weapon. But I think it's broken. Like, I'm pretty sure it's broken. I'm pretty sure this effect is just absolutely ridiculous. There's too many good weapons. You would roll your eyes at this card a lot, right? And that's not fun to play. Favor's cool though. Maybe it's not too broken. Maybe there's enough bad weapons in the game that the variance here is fine. But like the problem is like there's so many ways to do this, man. Like at 10 mana, you play this, you see what the weapon is. If you don't like it, you play it again, and then you could re-equip. Like you could swing with one weapon and then go for another weapon. It's probably too good. I think the card is really cool though. I like the effect here. But we'll pass. We'll pass. It's not. I don't think it's better than that. What the hell is this? 5 stages of grief. Oh God. All right. 7 mana 3/7 taunt, battlecry, shuffle denial into your deck. Okay, it has taunt. 5 mana denial. It's a spell. Return all minions to their owner's hand. Shuffle anger into your deck. 5 mana anger. Deal 5 damage to all minions. Shuffle bargaining into your deck. 5 mana bargaining. Swap minions with your opponents. Shuffle depression in your deck. 5 mana depression. Resurrect all minions you played this game. Shuffle acceptance into your deck. 5 mana acceptance. Concede, cast when drawn. It's cool, man. Cool card, but I would never see play. I never see print in Hearthstone. Cool card though. Ziliak's perfect specimen. Okay. So we all know Ziliak's 5 mana legendary, banging card. 8 mana, hero card for Paladin. Legendary, obviously. Battlecry, equip a 3/2 weapon with lifesteal and your hero is immune while attacking. Matter Annihilator is the weapon. Your hero is immune while attacking. Okay. So it looks like it's a rotating hero power for passive. All mechs you play this turn have magnetic. All mechs you play this turn have rush. All mechs you play this turn gain lifesteal. Unity, precision, perfection. So a couple questions here, right? Why would Ziliak's be a hero card? Why is it a Paladin hero card? I guess Paladin is fine with max. 8 mana for a 3/2 weapon with lifesteal. It's not bad. The weapon's fine. Like, if we compare this to Carryall, right, which is the hero card currently in the game, okay? I think this is fine. You have to build your deck around it, right? You have to build your deck around it. Like, you'd have to have enough mech synergy for this to be playable, right? Carryall is so much better than this card, and Carryall exists. I gotta pick Carryall, almost guaranteed. Like, Carryall is absolutely disgusting. Get rid of this card. Not to say this card's bad, but I don't think it's better than Carryall, right? I mean, the main thing is Ziliax enough of a card, like enough of a prominent card currently to see play in Hearthstone, like as a hero card? I don't think so. I don't like the flavor of this card because why would Ziliax be a hero card? It doesn't make any sense. It's not like a notable enough thing for it to be a hero card. It's interesting though. Why are you taking so long in this then? Andrew, why don't you just watch the stream, man, and stop complaining? Dude, like the whole point of this is to discuss whether or not this is better than normal human. Every time I read something in chat that says ZZZ go next, dude, just stop watching. Like the whole point of this is to discuss it. I don't want to make a video on this for people to be like, wow, you didn't even like talk about the cards. Like, who cares, man? If you don't want to be here, don't be here. Jesus Christ. It's not fair. I don't know, like the problem with it's what, okay. We've had balances. We've had passive hero powers before, right? Passive hero powers generally lead to very interesting game states. If we compare to Dr. Boom was a better card than this. My only real scary thing is the unity part of this. Maybe it's just say all mechs you play this turn have like divine shield or something. Maybe unity should be like, we should go like unity should be rush, precision should be lifesteal, perfection should be divine shield. That's what it probably should be. I don't think the magnetic part is necessary. That's fine. I don't think it's better than normal human, man, though. There's too much going on with this card. I don't think it's necessary. I'm moving on. All right, this is the card in the thumbnail, I believe, of this video. Unity equals magnetic. Yeah, but like, so that's the hardest part about designing a Hearthstone card, right? That's the hardest part about this is, even though flavor wise unity makes sense, is that something you really want to have in your game? I don't think that's fun to play against. I don't think it's fun. I think it's miserable because if I leave any mech on the board and they get the unity passive hero power, which swaps every single turn, I probably just lose the game. It's too scary. Like, you don't want that. Like, there's a reason why magnetic cards were very purposely picked for like, there's a reason why certain cards were picked to have magnetic and other cards weren't. Giving that the possibility of having any card to have magnetic that's a mech is terrifying. I wouldn't want to play against that ever, like ever in my life. So I'm moving on. Even though the design is fine, it's just, it wouldn't be fun to play against. 9 mana, 3/15, the Living Mountain. Elemental. Taunt. This minion takes 4 spaces on the board and isn't destroyed by destroy effects. What is a destroy effect? AoEs? Anything that says destroy all minions, so you can't kill this? Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool card. The thing about this card though The thing about this card is that this is an OTK legitimately. If it lives one turn, you could absolutely rail people with this card, but it's really slow. So it can only destroy to, it can only die to minions. Really cool card. Honestly, really interesting idea. But if you're behind at all and this card is played, you lost the game. And that feels miserable. Like, this is a card that you just probably lose if you don't have it. It's very scary. Cheat on the deck early. It's probably not balanced, is it? Destroy is not a poison is not a destroy effect, but it would have to come from a minion, right? Or I guess it wouldn't necessarily have to. There are ways to play around this. You could polymorph it. Yeah, you could hex it. You could play around it a little bit. All right. I feel like the wording is a little weird. Like, it's the fact that we're having a discussion. What does it mean to have destroy effects, right? Like, what is a destroy effect? Is poison a destroy effect? Right? Like, it's really close. So there has to be some kind of clarity here. There has to be some kind of clarity here. But I will say this, I do think the idea of a minion taking up 4 spaces on the board is interesting, but in UI terms, it's not great. Right? Like, how do you represent that on the board? Is it like a colossal and it just they're all dormant except for the one big boy on the board, right? Because it's an elemental, it's very, like, again, it's very spooky. Like, could you cheat it out as an elemental? What does that mean for the future of elemental design? In its current state, I don't think it's even worth a discussion, right? Compared to normal human. If it was a colossal, maybe we could talk about it. But I think the bigger thing is like, what is it? What is a destroy effect, right? The fact you don't know what a destroy effect is just by reading it, I don't know. I like the idea of a living mountain. That's pretty cool. That's cool. But we're gonna move on. It's a cool card, but I don't think it's worth it. All right. Learn to speak Warlock or he will kill you in your sleep. Okay. All right. 5 mana, 8/8 rogue legendary duo language bird. At the end of your turn, if you play no cards from another class, deal 8 damage to your hero. Wow. That's a cool effect. Wow, I kind of like it. It's rogue, man. The problem with this card, though, is like, why would you want it, right? Why would you want to put this in your deck? Give this card to your opponent. It's really bad. It's a really bad card. The problem, dude, you play this on, okay, like, let's just picture like this, okay? You play this on turn 5, right? You play this on turn 5. Let's just imagine you're playing this on turn 5, right? You're taking 8 damage because you didn't play a card from another class. So you played a 5 mana 8/8 to take 8. Next turn comes up. You have to play a minion from another class. If you don't, you're taking 8. If you don't play this on turn 5 and you play this on turn 6, is it even worth playing at that point? Flavor wise, it's awesome. It's cool. Flavor wise, it's cool. You could put this at the top end of your aggro rogue deck and just hope that this would win the game for you. That's completely fair. But I don't think this is a card that they would ever print. It should say this turn as well. Yeah, at the end of this turn. Yeah. I don't like it, man. I'm moving on. All right. A year passing. So this is from Minty Fresh. Again, Leo at the top here. 365 days of Hearthstone, 1 year, 30 cards. Wait, no, that can't be right. I think you need to stop considering so much, considering how these cards, I think stats are very relevant to why a card would be playable or not, right? I think stats are very important. Of course I have to consider it. The point of this, dude, like, again, I don't know why people have to like min-max this, whatever, is, dude, we're just looking at Hearthstone cards over the past 10 years, right? And I think it is important to realize that when it was going to be released, and I think that's completely fair, but like, it's not like this card is completely out of it, right? 5-mana 8/8 stat line is still very good. Like, you would still play, like, would you guys play a 5-mana 8/8? Yeah, like, that's actually pretty good. Like, there's a reason why they haven't printed a 5-mana 8/8 yet, because it's still kind of borderline really, really good. But like, you have to also ask yourself, why would they make this card to begin with, right? I'm not basing this off a 5-mana 8/8. What is the point of this card? Right? Like, why would you want this? Why would you want this in the game? It's not very interesting. It doesn't really fit the Thief Rogue theme, because this would often just end up being an aggro rogue. So why would I want this card in the game? So I'm not just considering the stats, I'm considering everything, right? Like, I wouldn't want to play against this, and I probably wouldn't want to play with it. It's not interesting. Thank you. We're moving on. I'm not just saying because it's an 8/8 then it's garbage. That's not what I'm saying. 1 mana, a year's passing, neutral legendary spell. Quest, play 30 unique cards. You get this thing. Rush whenever you play this card in your deck. Okay, obviously this is just Leo doing his last card just for finishing off. We're just gonna move on. All right, I think this is the second highest post here. This one's so silly. 2 mana 3/2 Twyvin's Micnap. Replace your concede button with a stylish exit. Stylish exit presents you the choice between 3 card packages for free. You can still play, but will not be able to win under any circumstances. What are unique cards? Unique cards would be like a deck of 30 unique names. That's what it would be. A deck of 30 unique names is what it would be. Obviously, I'm not going to do this. And then this one's obviously a big meme too. If your opponent concedes on their next turn, add 10 gold to their account. Can I trade you a rank, chat, for 10 gold? I wonder if they would ever put this in, like, something like this in the game. Like, here's 10 gold, but you lose that game. This would be abused hard, right? Like with bots and stuff. All right, so here's the thing, chat. That's the Reddit side of things, okay? That's the Reddit side. This card ended up being after 50 cards on Reddit, for the top 50 posts on Reddit, this ended up being the best card voted between you and me. Okay. Shout out to the dog. Shout out to the dog. Shout out to the dog. But that also means that we have to go through this, the hearthcards.net. But I have been talking for so long, and I haven't eaten yet today, that I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna go eat some food, and I'm gonna probably stream on Twitch and play Super Auto Pets for a bit. So I'll probably be live in a bit. I don't know when, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for watching. I hope this was fun. This was a lot of talking. A lot of you guys came for this. It's super awesome that you guys liked the content. But I'm gonna go eat some food. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, there will probably be a video about this. At some point, I will probably make it more interesting than just me going through it all. I'll probably be the one editing this. but I don't know when I'm gonna play Autopets. I would say like probably 2 hours or so on the Twitch channel. So if you guys want to see that, the Twitch link is in the description. I just want to ask if you guys are excited for variety content, make sure you check out the new channel with the exclamation point new channel. Thank you guys for watching. Obviously, people in chat and me have disagreements, and I hope that no one takes it too seriously. I don't know what I'm eating. I have to go see what I have in the fridge. I think this was just a fun experiment. I thought to myself yesterday, like, hey, like, there's so many custom cards that we haven't seen over the years. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the Twitch channel for a bit later on. And we'll finish this tomorrow. We're going to do the Hearth cards next. That's what we're going to be doing. But yeah. Bye, chat. Thanks for chilling.